Hello, and welcome to the Suffolk Voice today. My name is Ben Fountain, and I'm doing interviews for the upcoming SGA elections. Today I have the new fresh face, the Secretary, Miss Martha Alvarado. Martha, have a pleasure meeting you.
Secretary of SGRB.
Sorry, SGRB. Sorry. All right, so first off, explain the role of the Vice President in SGA, and do you think you're the best suited for the job?
All right, so the role of SGA VP is mainly you work a lot with the senators, you work a lot with other club e-boards. You work with club presidents, club vice presidents, getting their constitutions, making sure that they're okay. And also with the senators, you make sure that they're making sure that office hours are met, making sure that they're attending meetings, you take role at the meetings. You also take charge if the president can't be at a meeting. You chair the meeting. Doesn't really mean much, just means that you're the one at the front making sure everybody's holding down the fort.
All right, so if you are elected, what are your main goals? What do you set out to accomplish?
My main goals, if I do get elected, is that I want to extend the library hours. Hopefully by the end of next year to begin the following year, because it's a budget process, so it won't be next year. But definitely to get that up and running, making sure that the library's hours are extended. Also, another goal that I do have is having more SGA sponsored events, maybe once a month, to get students into meeting their senators and getting to know who they are and actually knowing who they can go and talk to.
Oh, well, that sounds like very good. As I said before, you are fresh face and new to everything that's going on in SGA, but you also made it clear that you aren't going to make any big promises.
Yeah.
Why is that? And again, with some of the ideas, what's the main reason that you're not going to make any big promises?
I think the main reason I don't want to make any big promises is that a lot of big promises have been made in the past and not kept, and I don't want that anymore. I don't want it to be Martha can't be held accountable for the things that she promised last year because she hasn't followed through with them. And I think the things that I do have in mind are very accomplishable goals, and it's not something that's going to cost the university thousands of pounds, thousands of dollars without even, it having an effect on the majority of the students. I think the library is something that's a perfect example that could be used of all students, not just undergrads, but also graduate students as well. If the hours are extended, it'll be awesome for everybody, not just for a certain section. I mean, some ideas are awesome, but if they're only for certain students, it doesn't benefit everybody.
How far extended do you want the hours? Like, what would be your goal for that?
I mean, eventually I would love it to be 24 hours. Right now, that's not feasible. I've spoken with the director of the library, and he has let me know that it's just not in their budget, and it's not in the university's budget. As we know, the economy's tough right now, and this university is suffering as well. So right now, realistically, I'm thinking another 3 or 4 extra hours at the end of the library hours. That's what seems more reasonable right now. But also, it's a lot of work because you have to hire somebody to come in and work those hours because we can't have work studies doing it because we're already pushing it at 11 o'clock.
Right.
And you can't have students doing work study at 2 in the morning.
Very true.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's true. Well, the T also being out at 2.
Yeah, definitely. And also the security of the campus, making sure that the people who are working at the library at those hours are getting home safe and there's no risk of their life or safety.
Very true. Well, as I said, again, that some people have said that the SGA needed some fresh faces and an image overhaul. But do you think you're at any disadvantage being the youngest candidate as vice president?
I think it actually gives me the greatest advantage. My two foes, to say, they're going to be seniors next year, and they can make promises and they can try and make sure that these things get done. But if they don't get done, they're not going to be here to continue them. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to be a sophomore next year. I'm going to be able to start things and make sure that they get off the ground my junior and my senior year, even if I'm not reelected as vice president. I can try and work as a senator or even as a member at large of SGA. I can continue the work that I started as vice president and make sure that by my senior year, hopefully, the university will be that much better.
Well, hopefully it will happen. Like I said, you talked about the issues with the SJRB, the Student Judicial Review Board.
Yes.
Can you explain what they are, what the board is, what the issues are, and what you can do to change them?
Well, the board mainly is made up of 4 senators, 1 from each respective class, and 4 outside liaisons, as outlined by the Constitution. Whoever from any grade, it doesn't really matter. They're voted in through SGA. A pretty simple process, and then we start working together. The main goal is to get the constitutions from other new clubs approved and old clubs, if they're rewriting their constitution, making sure that it follows within the SGA's constitution and that everybody's, no toes are being stepped on. One of the issues that has come about with that is that that duty has been taken away from SJRB justices, and I believe it should be given back, because we had a problem a few weeks ago where a club question came up and none of us knew how to answer it because we didn't review the Constitution, we didn't know what the club was about. So we're going before SGA, giving our faces and saying, oh yeah, this is a good club, we should approve them, we should give them money, but we don't even know what the club is. So I think that's definitely an issue that we need to make sure that is brought back to SGRB. Yes, we want to make it easy for clubs to be approved, but also it's money that is going to these clubs. It's not just here, you're SGA approved. It's here, you're SGA approved, and now you're having students' money. And if we don't know what you're actually doing, we can't answer to students what you're actually doing.
Makes perfect sense there.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I have for you today. Do you have any last comments?
No, just, I think I'm the better candidate, as cocky as that may seem, but I really do think that I'm the better candidate for the many reasons that I just pointed out, and I'll work hard for the students. I've been working tirelessly all year with other senators, and with the current e-board, I've worked with Christina, with Brian, with Mitch, with Nick, and many senators, and just gotten a lot of experience. I think that I've gained a lot of experience just from a semester and a half. That is going to be invaluable for me if I do become the vice president, if the students elect me to become vice president.
Well, the confidence that you have, and hopefully maybe you will become vice president. Martha,
Thank
nice
you.
talking with you.
Nice talking to you too, thank you.
All right, that goes for, that's it for today, folks. So you can check us back at the Suffolk Voice at www.thesuffolkvoice.net. For those that are interested in voting for Martha and other candidates, SGA elections run March 8th through the 10th on SU Connect. But that's all we have for today, folks. Have a good day. Bye.